Oh, that's very fun.
It's good when I clap in your face, right?
Man, my drawings are still small.
What?
When I talk, the little picture knobs are like...
It's like hearing me describe music the way you describe the sound waves.
No, I'm not that
Equally bad.
I'm not that bad. There's no way. You didn't know what a hi-hat was.
Still don't.
It's the...
Should we start from the start where we were?
Probably. Where were we, my friend?
From the very, very start.
Okay.
As it will start again.
Okay.
So, gaming month.
Gaming month.
New Zealand is on a 4-week enforced gaming month.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than go home, I moved in with you.
For some real gaming.
So that you and I can be gaming for 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I bought all of my stuff.
Yeah.
The camera, microphone. To do a podcast.
Yeah. It's going really well so far, I think.
So of the almost 1 minute of audio, we have 3 to 5 minutes of film and probably half an hour of saved audio.
So what we do then is we just have the video play at double speed while the audio plays over the top, right?
Until it catches up to now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's well within my skill set.
It's like a time lapse.
Perfect. So the first thing we were talking about
was
Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu Hustle.
Tell me about Kung Fu Hustle.
Great cinema. Well, yeah, we watched that, not last night, night before.
Mm-hmm.
You hadn't seen it, you never heard of it. Yeah, so
No.
I'd seen it when I was a kid, and absolutely loved it. It's just absolute magic, man.
So what does your reaction to it change?
I feel like I laugh at the same bits every time, like the foot stomps.
Foot stomp is good.
The foot stomps. I remember being 9 years old and in tears watching that.
I think
and now I'm 27 years old in tears watching that.
It's like the perfect. It's it kind of the flavor of the film. Put in that action scene. That's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Well, that whole fight scene where for some reason he's suddenly really good.
Yeah.
The whole movie he was an absolute numpty, and then he's like, "Yo, I can squish your whole feet."
It's like the film kind of stopped trying at that point.
Yeah, and well, because it had been going for a while and it dragged a little bit, and he's like, "Yo, we need our hero to be a hero now." So he just was.
I didn't know he was the main character.
Right?
I didn't know who the main character was in that film until that fight scene started.
That's the brilliance. Low-key, the main character could have been the dude who was cleaning himself under the tap.
I thought it was the main character.
Right.
I thought it was
The guy
because
who always had his ass hanging out.
he was the guy that was going to get chopped.
Yeah.
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 So what is the plot of the film?
What is the
For someone who's never seen it.
Oh, that's a big question. Was there a plot of the film? Well, our lead is a dude who you don't realise is the lead initially, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like a wannabe gangster, but is super soft, can't fight anyone. And he sort of creates this conflict between the local gang and this neighbourhood of people who are just super poor, normal people.
Normal.
Well, I mean, as normal as it gets in this movie.
Yeah. Well, I guess even to take a step back further, even the type of film is... How did you describe it to me the first time you sold it to me? It was...
I don't remember.
It's like a kung fu movie. It's the worst... No, it's the best bad kung fu movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's poorly dubbed on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
They made parts of it look like absolute garbage just to make it look like garbage. Like, they obviously had the capability and the special effects team and all that to make it look good, because there are parts of it which look great. But the chase scene...
They intentionally put Roadrunner legs in.
Yeah, and
every time.
And Roadrunner sounds.
Yeah.
It was... Oh,
it's perfect.
what an experience.
So pretty much the film cycle is guys walk in to try and mess with people, and there's always just a kung fu master facing off against like an army of dudes.
Yeah, essentially, is that everyone, well, not everyone, but a whole bunch of the characters just turn out to be hidden kung fu masters, and they have lots of scraps.
Yeah.
And the scraps are a combination of really good choreography and really poor choreography at times.
Well, yeah, that's the thing that surprised me is because the first thing you see is a really bad dub of a kung fu film, and then the first fight scene you get is they intentionally make it genuinely amazing choreography, like better than Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee type stuff. I genuinely think that's the best kung fu I've seen.
It's low key if you ground. Have you seen Crouching Tiger?
No.
Well, that movie's like a kung fu thing where it's not grounded at all. It's really good, but it's not realistic at all. And it's that style, if you grounded the fighting, made it actually doable.
Right.
And that's what it's like. Until all of a sudden the movie gets stupid again.
Yeah, and you're kind of reminded that that's not the film that you're watching.
No. That's just a piece of this whole entity that is...
Should we have a sparring exercise? Oh, no, I've got packing to do.
No. And
then it just erupts.
Let's go.
Yeah. No, so good film.
Yeah. So what did you think?
So, I mean, I had my glass of wine.
That's
so
right.
I watched the start of it. I found the opening scene hilarious. I found the opening fight scene, like the very first actual fight, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the film dragged on, I was in my own... I caught my own buzz, and I was just kind of riding that train and enjoying it. And then kind of... I would say my attention properly snapped back in. The final fight scene, like you said, where the big bad... They start to do that trope where, you know... Is the main character powerful enough to actually beat the big bad?
Yeah.
And in his response to that, he cuts him off mid-sentence, crushes all of his toes with a foot stomp after foot stomping like 30 dudes. And rather than impaling them or punching them off screen, he just stomps on their toes. Now they don't have a foot, and then they're just defeated.
Yeah.
And
it's effective.
That's his answer to all the problems.
Yeah, and I think the best thing about it is that most movies where the hero starts off as this guy who can't fight, you'll have a montage of sorts where he turns into a great fighter. It shows the work he puts in. It shows his something. No, he gets obliterated. Every bone in his body is broken. He's in a full body cast for half a day.
Well, before that, they show him, he's lying on the ground, and the guy punches him in the face, and his torso stays above the ground, and his head goes into the ground, and then he punches him 3 or 4 more times for good measure, and then they just walk him out of there like he's fine.
Yeah.
They show one clip of a caterpillar.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Coming out of the chrysalis.
Yeah. It was like going for depth of symbolism, and it was just the most on-the-nose metaphor I've ever seen in my life.
I think without that 2 seconds of the chrysalis, it would have been incomprehensible what was even happening. It would have just been a guy got beaten to death, and then he just emerges as Gandalf the White, and just comes and crunches everyone's toes.
Yeah.
So overall, I give it a 7 out of 10.
The movie?
The movie.
I'll take that.
Only because it's the best movie I'll watch once. I don't think I could do it twice.
Wow,
I'd watch scenes again.
Okay. Yeah, I guess rewatching it again, there's parts that drag, for sure. There's a section of the movie where it drags out, and I sort of lost a little bit of interest. But overall, I've seen it maybe 4 or 5 times, and it's...
I think I'd watch it as often as I watch Blades of Glory.
Once.
I've seen it twice. I'd wait a few years
Yeah.
just to watch the Flying Lotus. The Flying Lotus is the equivalent of them stamping the feet in.
The foot stomp's much better than 2 guys scissoring.
No, the bit where he decapitates the...
Oh! Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Alright. So, because we're trying to every day of gaming month, which we're 5-6 days in.
What's today?
Almost
Monday.
a weekend.
Started on Wednesday. And we're Monday. Quick math. 5 days.
So we're 5 days in. We try to watch something every day. Otherwise, it's just gaming month, which is almost too much.
Yeah.
There's only so much Warzone.
Yeah, and that's really all we're playing. Well, all I'm
Only
playing.
so much Minecraft.
Yeah, you're playing the Minecraft.
So, I was going somewhere with that. Oh, yeah. So we wanted to do...
Oh, movies.
Yeah. A quick review of the film that we saw.
Yeah.
And the other thing we wanted to talk about, throw our 2 cents in, was the iDubbbz
the
thing.
iDubbbz thing.
So, what would you do if? Because I don't know what it's called even.
What?
PayPal.
The
Pay for
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. So OnlyFans.
Yeah,
We can-
OnlyFans.
It's like private Instagram for softcore or hardcore porn
Yeah, I guess.
kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like a Patreon. It's that type of vibe.
But it's lewd.
Yeah.
And iDubbbz's girlfriend made an OnlyFans,
Yeah, and has been posting and making moolah
which like 40K a month is the number that's thrown around, and I'm not
That's-
even going to try and check.
That seems excessive, but let's just go with it.
Yeah, my opinion on that is, I genuinely actually don't care.
Well, yeah, it's someone else's life. Like, who really gives a shit?
Yeah, but the biggest question is, would you let your girlfriend, or not even would you let her, but if you found out your girlfriend had an OnlyFans, what would be your reaction to it?
That's a super hard question to answer. Like, how serious is this gonna get right now?
Okay, so give me all of the dimensions.
Well, okay, so if it was just I'm dating a girl and then she's like, oh, also by the way, I have this OnlyFans account and it's just been there, it's just a thing, then I'd be a little bit weirded out because it's like, hey, this is kind of a big deal, and now it's just here it is.
Well, does the length of the relationship before that change? / does the length that they've had the account matter?
If they already had it before we started dating, I guess it kind of just is, because it's you don't need to ask someone's permission to do that. But I'd still be weirded out. But again, you have no control over that person. That'd be fucked up.
All right. So what if they came to you? Maybe you're like 3 years in,
Yeah.
and they said, "I want to make an OnlyFans."
Okay.
What do you say?
First question is probably why.
Okay.
Why? Are we about to role
I was
play?
going to do an imitation, but
Can we
I
not?
don't know what they were going to say.
Yeah, no, I don't want to role play.
Okay. Yeah. So
Not in that way.
well, there it is.
Gay joke number
Gaming
one.
month. Gaming month. Gaming month.
Gaming.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's I'm in the same boat. Like,
Yeah.
whether or not they want to have it after you've decided to start dating, or if they've already had it, matters. Because for me, if I meet someone and the context is they already have an OnlyFans, and I think the longer they've had it, the more okay with it I would be. Maybe
Yeah.
if it was like a few days before and they were just kind of getting into it, I'd feel a bit weird. And because that's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like it's more cemented in their life if they've had it for a long time.
It's kind of normalized.
It's kind of normalized,
Yeah.
for them especially. But if I've been in a relationship with someone for a couple of years and they go, "Hey, I want to have an OnlyFans," the reaction is completely different.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could even say yes or no if I'd want to be in that relationship or not without knowing who that person even is.
Yeah,
the person definitely matters.
That's the main variable in it. Like, the OnlyFans account is, it is what it is, but like, it's what type of person you are, what type of, the relationship you have, all those types of things. It's impossible to actually straight up answer the question yes or no.
Yeah.
But also, as the other person in that relationship, do you really have that power to just be like, hey, no, that you can't do that, I'm not allowing you to?
Well, I don't think it's a matter of... I think you and I both have the implicit understanding that it's not whether or not you can say yes or no, you can do that. It's about,
Whether you're
do I want to
comfortable.
be in this relationship anymore, or do I want to bail out? But
Yeah.
just that person is going to do that regardless.
Yeah. Am I comfortable with this or not? Kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only things I have really to say about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think iDubbbz kind of covered it in his thing, like, about saying it's wild how people care so much and on such an emotional level about,
Yeah.
his relationship, his life. Like,
I think it's because it's the first time he's done something where
Serious.
his fan base, which are so accepting of a whole lot of messed up stuff,
yeah.
have decided that something's not okay that he's
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, it's wild, man. Because his fan base are, like,
one of the more toxic groups I can think of.
Yeah.
Just inherently toxic in the...
Well, Ian's a pretty toxic guy.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Really funny. Really smart guy.
Amazing content. Super toxic.
I feel like being actually around him would be an interesting experience.
I think he'd be a super kind of normal dude.
It's hard to say, man, because it's hard to say if he turns it up or turns it down for his content.
That's true. I mean...
Because if he's turning it down for his content...
Okay,
what is he?
Hair cake. Turning up or turning down?
I friggin' hope that he's turning it down, because...
Because that's extreme.
Yeah,
I've showed that to so many people, and they stop watching because they just start gagging.
Yeah, that I legitimately think Hair Cake is worse than Two Girls, One Cup.
I haven't seen... I can say proudly, I've never seen Two Girls, One Cup.
I can say unproudly I sat through the whole thing.
Which one of us is flexing?
Both?
Alright, next video, I react to Two Girls, One Cup. On my OnlyFans.
And your Patreon.
And my Patreon. And my Twitch.tv.
And we're going to be running a straw poll with what Jacob will be wearing.
Yep.
Right?
Sure. Nothing's off the cards.
Everything's off, though.
Well, that's one of the options, for sure.
Yeah, totes.
And I can't remember if I wrote anything down other than that.
I think that's it. So all we had was iDubbbz and Kung Fu Hustly.
Yeah, done.